Welcome back to another episode of Eating Elephants. It's your host Copeland here. Today we've got another very special episode. We actually have a guest. Our guest is the female collaborative group, the Kansas City Cuties. Now, the KC Cuties were started by Rashana Harris, and they have several members cascading across actually a couple different states in the United States. Today we sat down in part one and just kind of had a brief introduction of some of the trainers. We talked about some, basic fitness principles, but one thing that we really spoke on that I thought is huge was mental health. Oftentimes when you talk to people who have a strong physical, the mental is also something that they spend a lot of time on and spend a lot of time working on. And I appreciate the Kansas City Cuties for, giving me the opportunity not only to sit down with them, but to pick their brain and to kind of ask some questions that maybe we don't commonly hear. So with no further ado, this week's episode, the Kansas City Cuties. How y'all doing?
We're doing good.
Doing good. So first, let's just introduce ourselves.
I'm Rashana Harris, Dark Deep Beast Mode, your 2017 NPC Miss Missouri Figure Overall Champion, owner of Champion Made Fitness, and also overseer of Powerhouse Fitness as well, personal trainer, mommy, got my regular 9 to 5, entrepreneur all the way around. I'm your girl.
Yeah, there we go. I am Key, also known as Coach Key or the Environmentalist. I have my fitness business where I do small business. I do small group training.
Still a business.
I do small group training, and then I also do personal training. I also have a cleaning service called Petite Care. I also have a mobile app, so download that. I'm a mommy. I'm a bomb-ass girlfriend, and yeah.
We're going to change your name to Key the Hustler, y'all. Mixtape coming soon.
My name is Latasha Tyson, and you can follow me on all my social media outlets as Latasha Tyson. I'm working on getting my personal trainer license, and yeah.
My name is Layla Edwards. Y'all can follow me on all the socials, morefitness_by personal trainer, got my own 9 to 5. I ain't no muscle mommy yet, I'm saving that for later. But still a hustler, still trying to get it in, so yeah.
Love it. My name's Christina. Mommy. I like to lift heavy shit. That's what I do. Hit me in the gym if you want to follow me. Fitness enthusiast is just Tina B. Just Tina B. It's just simply me. So, that's pretty much it.
I'm Kalia Simone, fitness and nutrition coach. So I've been doing this actually. Start over. Kalia Simone, fitness and nutrition coach. I've been training since 2015. I lost 70 pounds back in 2015 in 10 months, and then I start training other people. Got my license for actual personal trainer in 2017, and now I've been adding on to just pretty much get my CEU since then. You can follow me on all my socials. Solid Mode Fitness, that's for all socials. And I have my website going where I have my fitness and nutrition, meal planning, supplements, and apparel.
Hi, my name is Dominique, also known as Dom. Hey, the Jamaican Queen. So I have my own Instagram and all that kind of stuff. But I am a mom, a wife, clean the house and kind of stuff like that. I have a 9 to 5. Also, I have my business, trying to make it like a little bit bigger. So DD Body Fit. You can follow me on all socials. It's Dom Thick, and I am thick. So you can follow me on all those. Okay. That's it.
Lord have mercy.
Got a good thing going.
So, I appreciate y'all coming on and sitting down and having a conversation, because it sounds like you guys, or you ladies, are busy, right? So, if you don't mind, what is your typical day like?
So my typical day is sometimes I wake up, don't get time to eat, but I have to go straight to work. So like it all depends. I open up at 5 a.m. The gym at 5 a.m. I will get home, I will cook, I will work out in the evenings if I don't get to work out in the morning, but typically I love to work out in the morning. I feel like I want to get it done and go home. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I love to cook, but sometimes when I'm very busy, I have to, like, for example, Chipotle. I gotta go get Chipotle for, and then have the little kids meals.
Oh, yes.
You know, I gotta go get me that. But I love to cook, so my typical day is just crazy. But I do try to get the workout in because I love that. That's my baby. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Whew. A typical day for me. Let's see. I start training my first client at 5:30 a.m. I stop training at 9, then I go to the gym. And then once I'm done gymming, then I typically, depending on what day I have to clean, maybe 1 to 2. I try not to overdo it. Then from there, there's still stuff to be done on the computer. Being a mommy, school. I just finished school. I'm going through school for my certification, so now I just have to take my test. So studying.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So studying, then I'm in a relationship with my partner, so being available for him. So yeah, it's always something to do.
For me, I wake up at 5:30, train my clients at 6 to 7. My morning clients. During that session, I actually sometimes have to start getting him ready for school during the session. So training them while getting him ready for school. Then we're out the door by about 7:15, 7:20. Get him to school by 7:45. Get to my other 9 to 5. We're managing a salon at 8. Work from 8 to 2. Go to the gym for myself by 3. Work out from 3 to about 4:30. Go pick up him and my niece from school about 4:45, 5 o'clock. Get back home. Train my 5:30 p.m. clients. After my 5:30 p.m. clients, then it's mommy time, son time. Feed them, bathe them, spend time with them, watch TV, a little cuddling. It's time for bed, and it's time to do it over again.
Yeah.
So,
Already.
My day to day, I get up, I go to work. I don't have clients in the morning because I'm not a morning person. I need that morning for me.
Yeah.
So go to work, usually get off around 5:30. Then I have clients from 6 to 8. I have a long day. Right after my clients, I'm going to the gym for myself. After I get done with the gym, 8 to 10 o'clock, I go study. I'm trying to get my certification to be personal trainer and nutritionist at the same time. So it's not a lot, but at the same time it is a lot. And just trying to balance a lot of things, it can be hard sometimes, but it's all worth it at the end of the day. And my end goal is to be the best that I can be, the best version that I can be, and just continue to be better. So
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's huge. That kind of brings me to my next question. I'm always very interested in high functioning people like all of you who do a lot of things in the day. How do you prepare for the day, spiritually? How do you get your mind right for a big day?
Mainly just kind of taking time out to meditate, and my first 10 minutes when I'm actually getting up, I try to be in silence, just because I just got to reflect on what happened the day before, or what I want to do different, or what it is that I can change in my actual routine, because my routine is kind of scattered. It's kind of based off of demand and stuff, because I do work overnights and I do train, still have 2 children, and still have to, help with the businesses that I'm helping with, people that I help with their production. So it's just really just kind of reflecting, and then just making time to pray and look at Bible verses and actually listen to different motivational speeches that help me just stay influenced and positive.
What do you do spiritually to prepare yourself every day?
Honestly, I used to be very, very, very ingrained in the church, and that's not to knock nobody that's still in the church, but that's something that I moved away from. I still have the same exact beliefs. So what I do is, I know now how I move. I have to do it moment by moment. I can't start my day that way. It has to be just when it happens. I need to speak when it happens. And it's kind of like having a friend just standing there with you at all times. So in order for me to get through my day, that's how I got to do it. It's I used to wake up in the morning, and because there was somebody I was with, we used to pray first thing in the morning, pray at night. But now it's I need more than that. So it's I'll talk to you in the morning when I wake up. in the car while I'm driving. At work when somebody done stressed me out. On the way back to the gym. I don't think I want to work out, but you're going to have to. So you need to go ahead and get in the gym. I don't want to do it today. Well, you're going to have to. So it's always a back and forth like conversation all day. It's kind of looks like I'm talking to myself, but I know there's some.
That internal dialogue, right? Internal dialogue is huge. I don't know if you guys know who C.T. Fletcher is.
Yeah.
And, you know, C.T. Fletcher tell the weights, get up there, right? He talks to the weights, you know, and that's huge. Willing yourself along.
And for me, on my way to work, I listen to I go to YouTube and I'll type in positive speeches. And sometimes I love Steve Harvey's speeches that pop up. And I'll listen to him on my way to work. And that kind of motivates my day to get my day started and just in a positive way, you know, before I get to work.
Understood. And, you know, I think, you know, motivation is huge, right? Because the energy, you know, that you produce is the energy you give. I know being a fitness trainer can be very, very tough. You know, so what do you usually say to people who, you know, if you've got a client and they're having a bad day or they're having a bad time, how do you kind of get them back on the right track? Do you work them out harder or do you talk to them?
I think it's more so kind of understanding what type of person you're dealing with. Every individual client doesn't reciprocate or respond the same way another one would. So if I got somebody that I feel is a little bit more, I guess you would say, kind of wears their feelings on their sleeves type of person, I would probably be a little bit more delicate with them versus somebody that I know can take the tough talk, the shit talking, and the we ain't got time for this. I don't care about what you're talking about. We leaving it at the door. Let's go. Those are two totally different clients. So just knowing what kind of client you're dealing with, it kind of makes the difference on how the approach would be to deal with somebody like that.
And, you know, to elaborate on that, so I guess there's a balance to that, right? You find a certain type of fitness client, or do you try to expand yourself with people that maybe operate on a different frequency for yourself? Because that's what makes you guys unique. You know.
And so, honestly, sometimes, you know, if you know them, you could go that approach, but sometimes they come up to you. They're like, ooh, I like how you look, but I feel I've never been able to get that way, or I've never been able to be that motivated. I see how you can squat 315, you know, you could squat this and squat that. How can I be that way? I'm always down on myself, and I was like, I asked some questions. I feel like the more you ask questions and you get that answer, then you can work on that. Hey, you know, what have you been doing? How do you train? What's your split? You know, and that's the way I'd like to motivate them. I never said, don't be hard on yourself, because there's multiple people out there that want to look like you. I could tell you, my friends today, friends that I work with, they would be like, I want that little, you know, I'm all about the glutes now. I want my glutes to look like that, you know what I mean? And then I'll be like, listen, don't beat up yourself. Are you eating? Oh, no, I don't really. Then, you know, don't beat up yourself. It's going to take time, because some people, they want to eat, but they have, that word. What's that word? Eating,
Disorder?
Disorder, yeah. They don't eat enough, and they feel you know, they're trying. And so I said, don't beat up yourself. It's all in good time. Get a coach, get someone that can motivate you. And I motivate them along the way. I said, there is someone that want to look like you. Not everyone wants to look like how I look. Everyone's different, right? But there's someone that also want to look like you. So keep that and work on that, and knowing that don't even give up. Stay consistent.
Right. So what about temperament, right? Because we talk about, you know, people want to look like you. That's usually the easiest way, or even just the compliments from, you know, regular people around. But what about, you know, people who may not have a temperament that you agree with? Maybe you aren't the type of coachable that you're used to.
Well, I kind of take each person for who they are. So it's if somebody is angry or they going through something at that time, I really just more so, I do try to be understanding with them. You know, I try to, you know, just be more positive with them and tell them stuff that they can do to kind of, you know, relieve stress and stuff. So it's just you know, for me, this is what works. You know, I just tell them certain things that I do that will work, that may help me feel better throughout the day, and then allow them to kind of, you know, speak about what they are going through. It's almost like counseling and training at the same time sometimes. So it's when you allow somebody to really express themselves and really, you know, be themselves with you, they feel more comfortable with you. So that's what I allow them to do. So that way they can know that we in this together when I'm actually able to help them.
Right, and that's, you know, that's huge, having that person to talk to, right? And that kind of leads me to mentorship. I know a lot of us in fitness, or a lot of people in fitness, you kind of, are trained by someone, and you figure out, this is what I want to do. So I just want to ask each one of you, just kind of going this way to that way, what got you into fitness? What was the thing that made you say, I'm gonna dedicate my life to this?
As far as what got me into fitness, I would say initially was the understanding of like family members that passed away from diseases that could have been prevented if they were more health conscious. So that in itself got me started. What gave me the deep dive is when I started competing and understanding the dramatic difference in dieting and consistency and weightlifting, and just knowing that dramatic difference in all of that and how it can change not only just your appearance but like your body from the inside out totally. I think that's what got me to like deep diving into it. So yeah, I would say competing kind of put me over the top.
For me, so I lost my oldest brother at 26 due to diabetes. My father, he's an amputee. I lost my granddad. He died from diabetes. So for me, it would be the health. That's what initiated me getting into fitness. And then on the flip side, things that happened to me, dealing with abusive relationships, with just not loving me.
I was about to say, what you did. You ever seen Enough by Jennifer Lopez? I'm about to say, tell your story. Blink 2 times if you in trouble, ladies. Blink twice.
Not him. But in the past,
I can see you doing them upside down crunches.
The past me would, I didn't love Key. I didn't love me. I accepted whatever because I didn't have a standard for myself. So once I grew and I went through those things, and I noticed, okay, when the person back then, I indulged in liquor. I indulged in eating the wrong way. I didn't care. I like to look good and stuff, but I focused more on the outside than the inside. So once I started to focus on the inside, that pours out from the outside. So that's why my motto is conquer your mind and your body will follow. You have to conquer your mind first. Before you ever step into a gym, before you ever do anything, if you ain't right up here, it's not going to ever flow out. So you have to conquer your mind first, and then your body will follow.
Heck yeah, in the immortal words of Lauryn Hill, how you gonna win when you ain't right within, right? It's huge.
So with me, I always played sports my whole life, so I was always athletic.
So which sport?
Basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, basketball. So after I had my son, I seen my brother working out a lot, and it kind of made me want to go under him and start working out with him. But they was lifting so, they lift heavy weights. So he ended up introducing me to this girl named Jackie, and I started working out with her, and she kind of motivated me to, cause I seen the competitive, it's challenging, and I like the challenge in it. So I love it.
Pretty much the same thing with me. Background, my parents, grandparents, they ran track, played football. So I've always been around sports. And so I ran track in college and COVID hit. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to just go to the gym. I'll make a little fitness page, whatever. Ran track at UMKC. They suspended the whole program. I still have 2 more years of school left. I mean, they paid for my schooling, but it was just like, my passion was track, so now what do I do? So then when I made that Instagram page, I was just like, I'm going to just do it for myself. But then I found myself falling in love with just lifting. Like when I was running track, we was lifting, but I never really knew what lifting could help me do, help with my body, help with my mind, like I was talking about. So it was pretty much just COVID. COVID brought me here, brought me to my passion, and I've been here since, and I've been loving it.
Yeah, and if y'all didn't know, February 27th, so this past Monday, actually was the 3-year anniversary of the first COVID-19 case in the United States. So we're this is actually this past week was huge for COVID. Also, February 28th was the day that the FDA, and actually 2021, a year later, the FDA approved the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. So I know it affected all of us a big way.
It's been a while. So Well, my son was 2 because that boy's 15 now. It's nuts.
You telling on yourself now. Be careful.
I have a best friend named David. Shout out, Hardbody Fitness. That was my
Shout out to David Hill, y'all.
It was my very first trainer. Also, Gary. My first 2 trainers. I started working out because I had a baby. And that was it. I was like, I need to get back in shape. You know that whole, I need to get back in shape. I got this little tiny stomach, which back then, that stomach was awesome compared to, last I was. I was like, I have this pudge, I got this, I need that, I need to get it together. And started training. And I'm a why person. Like, I don't do stuff without asking questions. I'm like, I don't understand why you want me to do that. Why am I lifting this? Why am I with my arm like that? Why am I got to keep my chest out? So I was like, you know what? I said, I want to figure it out for myself. So I went to school, actually, and I got my NASM certification through Wellspring School of Allied Health. It was the same school that David went to. And I started training shortly after that. And school and training made me completely fall in love with the gym. Like, I ended up working at the gym. I became a manager at the gym. I just wanted to be in the gym. That's all I wanted to do. All day, every day, all the time. And that's what we did. We would be in the gym in the morning. I would go on break and I would be in the gym. We would get off when we would go to the gym. I had like 5 memberships. And it was the only place I felt I could be myself and be me and not fit in and fit in at the same exact time.
I love it.
And so I just fell in love with it. And then I started getting this whole, you're strong. Why are you so strong? And I'm like, it's genetics. Like, I'm just naturally a strong person. So I met Rashonda and I started lifting dumb weight. And I was like, damn, I love it. I love it.
She gonna land you with 50.
It's huge, seeing your own strength. The I can't, or even failing, and just that time that it takes, the repetition that it takes to move forward. And, I think that's one thing a lot of people who are in the gym sometimes miss without having a professional like you all to push you and to show you things that maybe you would have never done on your own. So that's huge.
Oh, well, I actually can take a combination of some of what all of them had, because I grew up with my grandma. She passed away when I was 15. She had diabetes and she had high cholesterol, and I actually had people telling me at that age, you're gonna be big and you're gonna be like this because that's just part of your genetics and stuff like that. And so in my mind, I'm like, I'm not about to be like that. I actually told them, no, I'm not. So me being the person I am and looking at the way people will be like naysayers and like, try to make you feel bad about yourself when you're doing stuff that's actually for yourself. It just that was one push. And then, once I did get out of unhealthy relationship, my kid's dad, that kind of pushed me to actually get back to being in sports, because I did play basketball, run track in high school. And so once I got up to 235 pounds, and I'm like, okay, I got to do something different. I was looking at the Biggest Loser show, and I was, following Tabo with Billy Blanks and stuff. So I started first just doing my Billy Blanks, Tabo Funk, and then I started following Jillian Michaels, because I really liked the way she, looked like pushed people and stuff like that, and the way she criticized people when it came to a positive way of getting healthy and stuff.
You mentioned, American Ninja Warrior. So have you competed recently? Are you still competing with that, or where's that at?
I actually have to be there to compete in 3 weeks. This will be my 5th time. Honestly, since they do love me and my story, it's been something that actually worked for me, because they can see the transition. It's a lot that I do put in my videos, just showing them the real me and the process that I go through each year to year, even when I'm drained or going through personal stuff. And they see that, because I let them know that I don't put nothing fake out there of what I'm not doing, but I show them my difference in what I'm doing in my training, how I changed from like weightlifting to speed and agility stuff, or to training people, or to doing vending events, because I've now opened my own business too, start actually focusing on fitness and nutrition more. So like, they have gotten a chance to see my transition within the last 5 to 6 years since I started actually competing with them in 2018. And I'm actually now trying to focus this year to actually expand and progress just as a ninja, and actually put that work in on the obstacles that I need to, so that way that can be something else that I can actually be proud about, because I love doing fitness and doing what I do with everybody else. However, that's a personal goal for me, so I'm actually now wanting to take that to a different level, and with them actually opening up and giving me the opportunities time and time again, I don't want to even let them down, because the producers kind of really draw to me.
Yeah.
That's huge. Congratulations.
So what have gotten me into training in general, I've never done sports. I've tried, and I've always been the person that like, and the last, like, you know, they line up and be like, go. I'm always the last person. Like, at the end, for the last person. I've tried, the only thing I'm good at is volleyball. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I'm good at. Honestly.
Volleyball's a good life. You can go to school for, hey.
You know, because they're...
All I'm good at is the fun stuff that you do on vacation on the beach, y'all.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, well, you know, it depends on your vertical, right? It's a part of it.
So it's so different because, like, with volleyball, you have a group of people. That's why, you know, I feel like I work well with these ladies. You have a group of people that's there to support you when it's volleyball. Now, with that said, because I was never good at sports or anything like that, I was always in the gym. Maybe from when I was, like, 15? I was doing a little something. So what had me be so consistent was having my kids. Like, I used to do 3 days, maybe like once a week when I was younger, but now I'm like in there like 5 days a week. My kids, I feel like I want to live for them. And these ladies, they talk about health. Like, I want to be able to like know like I am at good health. And like, honestly, my sons, they're like, I want them to see that. So when they get older, they could be in the gym, they could be doing something, they can focus on health. Because none of my kids eat veggies. And I'm trying to find a way where they can have a healthy way. I made smoothies and that works, but they don't eat veggies. What else can I say about them? So like, yeah, my youngest, he's 6. My youngest is 4. Sorry, it's mom brain. So like, my youngest is 4, and my oldest, he's 6, right? So like when they see me working out and doing stuff, they're like, "Oh, mommy, you doing push-ups right now?" My son can, he can kill some push-ups. So I like when they like see that kind of stuff. So they motivate me the most to just continue doing this and be healthy for them. And yeah, I think that's just what really drives me in staying consistent.
You know, I know that's huge, and that kind of brings me to my next question. When dealing with children and dealing with even a spouse, it can be difficult to keep that balanced diet, right? You celebrate with the ones that you love. You get with the ones you love, and you say, "I want a little cake," you know, after the meal. Let me ask you, how do you maintain the balance with your family members in your own personal diets, and then what is your personal diet?
Okay, so I've transitioned over the last 6 years to being vegan now, and honestly, at first, it was difficult just thinking about cooking something that I wasn't eating. So, because my kids aren't vegan, so they actually look at me crazy. I have 2 teenage boys, and they looking at me like, "How you expect me?" Like I was looking at people 6 years ago, not eat meat, you crazy. Yeah. So like, you know, how you expect me to do this? So I try to, you know, incorporate some of my eating with them, and then I try to allow them to still be themselves and stuff. So I actually meal prep for people that are not vegan, and I cook dinners for people that's not vegan because I haven't been vegan my whole life. So, you know, it's only been 2 years for me. So with me now being, you know, confident with what I'm doing and stuff, it's a lot easier to be disciplined and not wanting those things that I don't need for right now in this part of my journey. However, you know, I still got to make it happen, because at the end of the day, I can't make them feel like they deprived because of the fact that I want to have this. You know, they still my kids. I want them to still be able to enjoy life the way they are, and just introduce nutritional things to them that would be beneficial to their growth too. So they understand later on in life, you know, I'm going to go back to something that's healthy for me.
You know, how do you keep your softness? What do you do to maintain your softness?
It ain't gonna be my hair. Well, I guess. I guess it can be, but honestly, when softness, as in just femininity.
Yeah, like what is softness to you? I guess as a male, I have such a acute vision of you know, a young lady's appearance, right?
How I keep my softness, I'm gonna tell you right now, because when I'm in the gym, I
ain't nothing soft.
Ain't soft with them checks. I'm wrecking them weights, I'm rocking that iron, and I'm gonna tell you right now, if it's a guy next to me lifting, pressing, I'm gonna try to press what he pressing. Yeah. Because and that's just me. That's just my softness ain't really in the gym. It's outside of the gym. It's more on personal level, vulnerability, being in tune with my emotions. When I'm out with my girls, and you know, you got that chance to kind of really doll yourself up and be pretty, or if you get a chance to go on a date, if you got a guy or just somebody ain't your guy and you're just out on a date, you know.
Y'all out there with that with your sneaky link?
No. She's not saying sneaky.
With that
She's saying if you're not in a relationship.
I'm just saying, if you get a chance to door, when you get that chance to door yourself up. So when I get a chance to door myself up, regardless if it's with a girl, with my girls, or if it's with a guy for a date, like that's my chance to be really, that's the chance to show my soft side. When I'm into my emotions and being more vulnerable and having intimate conversation with a best friend or whatever, that's when I'm more in my vulnerable state.
So for me, it's all that. So as we talked about, keeping the outer appearance up. So, making sure I keep myself up, my hair done. I like to keep my nails done, even though I lift weights. They're like, how do you lift weight? I like to keep my nails done. And then just keeping in tune with the inner me, like making sure I'm good on an emotional and spiritual and mental level, making sure I'm doing the inner work just as much as I'm inside the gym, making sure I'm working just as hard outside of the gym. So that's how I keep that balance.
Me?
Yeah.
I would say softness for me looks like Shauna kind of tapped into the word vulnerability. So asking for help, being receptive to help, that's softness for me. It's it's not in the gym. I don't ever walk in the gym like, oh, I'm about to have a soft lift.
She don't be cute lift.
No.
It's not a cute lift.
Even on the days where Monday I was beat and I met her and I was like, I
see y'all after that twerk aerobics ain't no joke.
That was just me listening to my body, and I stretched. That was softness for me, moving my body. I just went through a nice flow. It was good. Tubs, I love taking baths. That's softness for me. I love my little bath salads. Throw my little herbs, bath bombs, and listening to music. That's softness.
Heck yeah, self-care. You gotta have your self-care. Gotta be.
To 100.
That's what softness is to me, but definitely not the gym.
For me, I guess getting my facials. I get facials.
Okay.
And keeping my appearance up. Like I like to get dressed up on the weekends or put on some on the weekends because at my job I gotta wear scrubs all week. So and I gotta wear hair nets.
So what do you do?
I work in the pharmaceutical field.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, so I gotta wear hair nets. I gotta wear the PAPR. So on the weekends is my time to shine.
Okay. Y'all watch out now. She gonna put that shit on, y'all. We're gonna bleep out words in this podcast.
Well, like softness for me is probably dancing. I can't dance for real. So when
Girl, you could have fooled me yesterday.
I've been trying to shell a little bit more. I'm really more of an introvert. So like when I started working with y'all, I was like, when I started getting into fitness period, doing like classes and stuff, I was like, I need to be loud. Like I did Lonnie's class one time. She was like, come in, do a little class for me. I did the class. And they were like, I can't hear you. You need to speak up. So I've been trying to be more loud, not as soft. But when I am soft, I like to dance. So I get on TikTok. I'm trying to bust my moves on there,
Okay. We're going to put her TikTok. What's your TikTok handle?
More fitness _ ballet.
So, one more time.
More fitness _ ballet. LEY.
So, and that's huge. And I think for, you, not to pick on you as the youngest in the panel, but I think it works both ways, right? Maybe it helps you lose some softness and gain a little more aggression, right? That balance that we all need in life. So that's huge. Big lifter.
I don't know how to answer this question. Most people that really know me be like, you was born a dude. I'm like, bro, look, I try to get my nails done, I guess. But I really only do it because people look at my hands, because I'm a waitress. Only reason why, because I gotta do this all day and this all day. So I guess my softness comes in when my body intervenes and makes me be soft because I ain't got no choice for a week straight. Okay. And that's where the emotions come in, and I can feel myself becoming vulnerable, and I'm in the gym, and now this 10-pound weight feel like I can't lift it and I'm about to cry. Now I gotta go home. That's when my softness comes in. And then when that's gone, I actually have to intentionally try to work on being soft, because even my boyfriend is like, can we cuddle today? And I'm like, I guess, bro. Like, so it's like, what I don't know, it's like a try. I've just been like this for so long that you really have to intentionally try to be feminine at times, and then the gym just makes it worse because I'm in there, like Rashana said, the dude next to me got 45, so I'm about to see if I can get 50 or 50. So that's all the time. Why are you acting like this right now? It's like, I don't know where that masculinity comes from, but my femininity comes in because my hair, I gave up on that a while ago. I don't touch my hair. It's like this for like 4 weeks until I wash it, and if somebody else decides to retwist it, that's great, but I gave up on that quite some time ago. Like, my nails is pretty much it. That's it. I get my nails done, and I don't do it because I feel like I have to. But I intentionally work on my femininity every once in a while, like, from time to time.
And I think softness isn't necessarily femininity, right? You can lack softness and still be very feminine, because I think society puts those kind of restraints on us of what we can be. But just being a mother, your femininity is at the 100%. The meter went to the top. There's nothing more, right? There's nothing more than that nurturing.
See, but I look at that sometimes because I'm the same with my kids. Like, I'll walk past them and I'll just smack them for no reason. It's like, where's the...
Because you got boys.
I've been like that for so long.
You have boys?
We talked.
Yes.
See how God don't make mistakes, and I'm pretty sure they're pretty good boys, right?
TWAs, and if they were girls, I would never touch their hair.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he gave me exactly what he knew I needed.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you come to the gym, we about to live together, and we outside. I'm about to do these squats with me. Like, I don't think I was created to have daughters because he has 3, and I'm like, because I don't know what to do with these little girls. I'm so used to having a boy I can smack when I walk past him, or like randomly elbow him, and he's like, what did I do to you? It's like, I love that.
That's huge.
That be able to have that rapport, but I've never been like come here, let me hold you, let me hug you, let me touch you. I've never been that person.
The biggest thing I think with really is like your physical, right? And who you are, and then your subconscious is always kind of moving. I think that's where meditation comes in, right? It aligns you to your goals. So it's huge, meditating for some people maybe on softness, and maybe some people not meditating on softness, right? Maybe hardening up a little bit. The gym does both those things. Huge.
I was actually always tomboyish coming up. So since I've been out of my 10-year relationship with my kid's daddy, I've actually had so many of my cousins stuff that actually draw to a lot of feminine stuff, and then that helps me to tap into more like getting my nails done, caring about how I look, because I did lack that self-care at some point where I felt drained and stuff. So I had to actually make myself, care about those things that would draw people to just what they see on the outside, because I was more about what always was on the inside than the outside anyway. So it's just like, me being, grown and more mature, and seeing how the world views things, that kind of helped me to kind of tap into those. And with me not having, say, a man or nothing like that, and actually, practicing celibacy right now, because that's not something that's a part of my goal, because I've, tried to look at it in a different way in regards to what I want out of that. My softness do come with me and my sons. They teenage boys, and they don't like it. So they just like, I like to hug them, and they like, Mama, I want to hug them. I want to kiss them. I'm like, come lay with me. Come do this. They like, I want to go with my friends. So I'm just like, that's me just want to have that, like, bubbly type, care with them and stuff like that, because of the time that we don't get together and stuff. So that's the time when I feel like I can be, more emotional and stuff like that with them. And then, the stuff that I don't show to other people and stuff. It's just like, I got to show that to them, because I want them to get that love too.
Oh, wow. I'm the last person to say. So everything that the ladies mentioned, I feel like it all is me as well. But with my boys, and it's back to my boys, I love my softness is taking care of my family. I cook, I clean. If you ever come over to my house, you are gonna eat a plate of food, because I'm always cooking. I'm always like doing something, because my husband likes to eat. Okay. So with that said, my softness is my kids. I do take care of myself, but as Christina said, it's like, I think it's when it comes in. I'm not like, every week I have a schedule. I'm not setting up no appointment with no hair salon. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not saying, okay, I'll see you in 2 weeks. It just happens. Like, if you're like, I want to do my hair, And it's mainly because I've known my husband since I was 17. He hates that kind of stuff. Like if I'm finna put on a wig tomorrow, he's gonna be like looking, like he don't like the nail, the fake this, the fake that, the makeup. And so it's like when you're with your spouse, you learn what they like, and then I just grow on it. But I do that kind of stuff because I do it for me. I do the spa, the nails, But sometimes I just don't. And when I'm in the gym, I look cute in a cute clothes, but when I'm sweaty, ooh, I love that kind of stuff. When I'm sweaty, looking good, looking strong.
No, for real, the sweat, I do.
The sweat,
the glow.
Yeah. I be wearing like a brown. It says not moisture wicking. I be wearing like brown leggings. By the time I'm done, you see me sweat and I do not care. Some people do just let me wear black because I know I'm gonna sweat. No, I'll wear all types of colors. And by the end of the workout, I am sweaty on the armpit right here. You know where we get sweat right here in the back.
Oh Lord.
Do not care. You know what I mean?
Oh Lord.
I'm working out.
I'm familiar with some of the places.
Yes. Like we be sweating everywhere, and that's because we went there looking cute, and that's why we have to do our videos. Like before, like I do our videos.
Sweaty and
And I be doing See, so sometimes. It's just what you go there for. You go there to look cute, and once you start working out, you're like, I still look cute, and you just keep going. And once you're into the workout, you don't care what no one else is looking at you. And like, it don't matter.
It don't matter.
I made a comment about my crotch being sweaty.
Yeah.
And they were like, that's sexy. And so the next day I posted a picture of my armpit sweaty. And I was like, this is sexy to me though.
Yeah.
So it's like, you focus on the wrong thing.
You are natural, right? Performance, no performance enhancing, no enhancement surgeries. How do you guys, approach the ever-growing interest in people, trying to become surgically altered, or maybe even trying to become your client after they've taken those type of steps?
Me personally, I'm sorry. I always encourage a person to try to do it yourself. Try to set a goal and try to meet that goal yourself. Yes, it will take longer than the overnight surgery. Yes, it will. But at the same time, with these surgeries, you gotta still keep up some type of maintenance on your own. It's because if you don't, it's only gonna last for a certain time, and then your back falling out and spill it over again. So therefore, what you gonna go get the surgery done again? So if you don't already build up that consistency, that dedication to yourself and your own personal goals, what's the point? Unless you got it like that. You got the money like that. Go do what you do, and to each his own. But I just feel like I would still, me personally, I'll tell a person to still try and commit to yourself, to a goal, and try to get that consistency to where it's a lifestyle and not just something you want because I don't know what you want Instagram to give you 100,000 likes or something. I don't know. I'm kind of, I'm a little hard.
Because it's the maintenance, right? Because I think, and you kind of hit on that. I think a lot of people think you go get a couple surgeries and now you're thick for life, and it's more to that. It's more upkeep, than that.
Talking about BBLs in particular, or are we talking about?
To be honest, as
supplement, what do we use? Because you said natural.
Well, I guess that I don't really think about supplements. I guess when I think about the ladies, I guess women do take.
They definitely do.
Yeah. They take to achieve that thickness. I guess there's more than the BBL, fat transfer. I think about those things usually when I think of unnatural women, BBL, breast implants. So, what I guess because you guys compete, you two compete, right?
I've never competed.
Well, you probably would win. You look like. You just walk around like this,
Catch me on the stage. Where the camera?
You should.
Catch me on the stage.
It's a few. I competed. Stars competed. Fit Reese competed.
Shoot.
Yeah, no, I say Reed.
Oh, okay, yeah, Reed competed. Mm-hmm.
So I guess in the women's world, substance abuse is just as rampant. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, who are some of you guys' fitness heroes or ladies' fitness heroes that kind of got you into fitness that that made you say, this is what I'm going to do. This is an inspiration to me beyond my own personal experience. Who do you guys look at currently?
So, I'll be honest, I got to give a shout out to my mama. My mama is, she has always embedded just activity, health all our lives. So it's been embedded in me for years. So she's about to be 56 in April, and she snatched.
She looks good.
She snatched.
Ain't nothing like good genetics, y'all.
And she's vegetarian vegan, but she's been that way for 16 years.
Wow.
Her skin is beautiful. Her teeth are beautiful. Her body, she's just all around a beautiful person. And I know it got to be 56. Right.
She got Instagram. She got them Instagrams, okay.
Vibrant.
All right, see, we're gonna drop Mama's Instagram on here. We're gonna ask permission.
So, you brought up Tybo. So I can just remember being younger, going to the Y with her, doing, watching her, and then at home we doing Tybo, and we riding our bikes to the park or to my grandma's house, or we've always been doing something. So yeah, I went to school. I got my degree in wellness. So I would say my mama is like my fitness hero.
Shout out to Mama, y'all. Give it up for Mama.
And all of them are moms. I'm the only one that is not a mom, so it also is very inspirational to me because I come from good stock.
Yes,
My
ma'am.
mama is, so it's inspirational to me to be surrounded by women. Like when I hear you talk about your, I just love, you know what I mean? I just love that, to just know that y'all love y'all's kids, because I promise y'all, y'all obviously have been kids too, but I'm speaking from not having kids. Your kids are gonna appreciate that. They are, and so keeping them active and doing the things with them, they will. You know what I mean? So
because the kids was what make you gain the weight. If as a dad, if you're working all day and you come home and you see that plate, because kids waste food. I mean, they got 3 chicken nuggets and 4 French fries, and you walk past and you go, I'm dipping in your ketchup and everything.
Not my kids.
That's because sometimes you don't want to make so many meals. I'll come home. My oldest son is autistic. He don't eat. He gonna eat what he wants to eat. There is no I made it, and if you don't eat it, you ain't gonna eat it. I ain't gonna eat then, because he's so huge on textures. So it's so difficult to try to buy a meal and be like, okay, I need to figure out what meal I'm gonna make so that this child will eat and everybody else can eat too. Yeah. And I end up making some random thing that I know when I wake up I'm gonna have an extra thigh, because it was the only thing that this kid in the house would eat, and I'm by myself. So financially I can't be like, well, I'm gonna buy chicken for me, asparagus, and I'm gonna grab him some pizza, and this one I'm gonna get, I can't do that. So it's we have to round that off and figure out how we gonna make this work for everybody in the house. And Jace wins every single time. What you want? A burger? That's just not. That's how we got into the place of turkey burgers. Let me figure out how I can make what you're gonna eat somewhere everybody else can eat it too, but it's a little bit healthier than what you actually want. And I done had to fake some things with him, but he's getting better. I want turkey burger. I want turkey burger. I want a turkey chop instead of a pork chop, because I found turkey chops one day and I was like, gas. No, they are gas. And so he doesn't really know the difference, but we found a way to kind of like my son asks for tuna casserole now, and I was like, that is weird for a 9-year-old to be like, I want some tuna casserole today. Bet we're gonna make tuna casserole today. Right. That's what you want to eat.
Yeah, and the family huge. The family dynamic always changes. How you eat. I'll ask. So what did everybody have for breakfast this morning? If anybody would say, what did you have for breakfast? Anybody who had a bad breakfast? Who had a healthy breakfast?
I had 2 cuties.
You had 2 cuties. Oh,
Donuts.
I had 8 cuties.
I don't know if my breakfast was bad.
I was. I had turkey. No, vegan sausage sliders.
Okay. So did you prep those or did you buy them locally?
I bought them. I bought the vegan sausages, and then I bought the slider. Buns. Yeah.
Huge.
I woke up rushing today, trying to get to church a little bit on time. So I had a piece of toast, whole wheat toast, and then I had a smoothie.
I had turkey, bacon, and eggs.
That made me want to talk about what I had for breakfast. I work at a restaurant though, so it's I had it's called an elevated egg sandwich today. I mean, it had a
shout out to First Watch. What is First Watch? No.
And at first, it was actually a healthier option for eating because they actually, have lower calorie meals, but they still are very fulfilling. So my sandwich had an egg on it. It was over easy with arugula, okay? Because arugula fodder on the sandwich, I ain't never had it on it. It's good. Arugula, a little bit of mayo. It did have bacon on it. I ain't gonna say I had some swan this morning. And then, a bun. That's really it. But I feel like if you took it apart, it's a normal breakfast. I had breakfast. But that was all I ate. We get so busy that I hit that one meal and then the whole day go by. And it's like you had one sandwich this morning and then I go home and feed a picky kid. So that was my breakfast. Yeah.
The balance that balance is always huge. I know especially with eating, it seems like we've talked a lot about that. So, just kind of in closing, if you know someone like yourself, because I know one thing that has brought us all together, it's been many different reasons. In fitness, for anybody who's trying to get started, anybody who's trying to get over a hump, do you have any advice for them to just kind of get back aligned or maybe even start the journey?
You said a hump, jump. You just need to jump over it. Just start it. Don't even think twice. I know it's hard. I know like maybe your husband or your spouse is talking down on you and saying you need to stay home. I get that. My husband, as soon as I'm gone, luckily my phone is on vibrate. He will call me and be like, "You still okay?" Like him checking on me. So just know if you want to start, just start. Find someone like me. Find my page. Like DM me. I might not answer right away, but I'll tell you some stuff that you can do, but I'll ask the right questions. I know it's hard. It is hard being in the gym. Some days I wake up, sometimes even now I'm like, do I want to go tomorrow or do I want to go? I'm tired. Because the fact that some of us, I don't know, like the ladies, I know I stay up and watch movies and show, and I know I go to my bed like maybe 12, and I have to wake up at 5 a.m. Do I want to work out? I said that to myself, but guess what? It's the motivation. It's knowing these girls look so good. I look at looks and I was like, I want to stay looking good, so let's go to the gym. So just do it. Don't think twice.
Don't wait on Monday.
Don't wait on Monday.
Don't wait on them and don't skip them.
Don't wait on them and don't skip them. Don't wait on Monday. Don't wait on the first of the month.
Yeah.
Don't wait on the New Year's.
Yeah.
Don't wait on your birthday. Don't wait. Just
don't wait on your sister, your homegirl who's gonna get her membership.
Don't wait.
She went on her text.
And don't beat yourself up about what you haven't done.
Right.
Because a lot of people be like, mad because they didn't meet a certain goal in a certain time or they stopped for so long. Just start from here and take it day by day, because at the end of the day, like Coach Keith said, and that was one of the philosophies I use as well, it is mental first. Everything is mental. And if you can't push yourself past the fact that life is gonna happen, trials is gonna come your way, and you're gonna have stuff hit you hard when it's unplanned, it's gonna make you're gonna be weaker to the fact that you can progress past all of those obstacles.
And speaking on what Kalia said, stuff happens in your life and that can get in the way. Just straight up, when my last time getting ready for my last show in 2020, what is this, 23?
That was 21.
So was it 21?
I think it was
Well, when I did my last show,
21, my birthday, 21.
I was getting ready because I was starting to compete again for the first time after having my son. And so this was actually something that me and Gary was going to do together, and ended up losing Gary. And honestly, the only thing that sanely got me through that first year of losing him is because I still did the shows. And that took so much out of me, but that's the explanation of the mental in it. It's a straight mental thing. As many times as I wanted to just lay in the bed, cry all day long, because my son don't have his father no more. Days that my son was sick and I didn't have Gary to be like, babe, he's sick, can you stay home with Royal while I go do my workout? I was working out with my son laying on my chest because he had a fever.
Oh, Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? But I knew I had to get ready for this show because I couldn't miss, because it was so close to getting ready for the show. I couldn't miss my workouts. I just couldn't. So Royal is laying, I have video, he's laying on my stomach with fever, and I'm doing crunches or whatever exercise my trainer that was helping me at the time had me doing. So when I say the gym can literally save your life from the inside out. Mentally, physically, health-wise, like, people don't understand that's like a huge factor in working out and staying consistent and staying dedicated to yourself.
Yes.
It was so hard to stay dedicated to myself, losing the love of my life, the father of my child. So just was kind of like when she said trials and tribulations. If somebody can stay committed to something like that after losing somebody that you spend every day with, you can commit to yourself over the club. You can commit to yourself over a damn bag of chips. You can commit to yourself over waiting on your homegirl to do it with you. Like, it's for you. Yeah, it's easier and it's better when you have support and company.
But
You know, but you gotta know how to get through it on days that they not there.
Yeah. Call on God.
Like you have to know how to get through it when your homegirl too tired to come meet you. Or it's been days like some of us will work out together and all three will be like, I ain't gonna make it, girl.
I
thought I was gonna make it. I can't do it today.
Yeah.
I'm getting off work late. And you was really counting on your homegirls to do your work, to work out with you that day but you gotta go do it by yourself. You know how much you be like, you be like, do I got a headache too?
Yeah.
I might got a headache too. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you still gotta go and push yourself and get through that.
and then you feel better.
Me, I'll be at Chick-fil-A in that line, like spicy chicken deluxe. I ain't going there.
It's so easy though to
I
fall
feel like
off of the game, but you got this. It's a commitment to self. That's part of loving yourself, and it's part of falling in love with yourself.
But I feel like with what you're saying, you also are when you make it a lifestyle, you build relationships with people that are just in that place that you're at all the time anyway.
Yes.
So that if you can't make it or you can't make it or you're not gonna make
Yes.
it, I'm gonna walk to the gym and be like, hey bro,
what's up?
Yes. And then you have this group of
I
people
agree.
surrounding you that have the same lifestyle as you,
Yes.
that you know are gonna be there even if somebody can't make
That
it.
is
And
true.
when I was training, I would tell people, they'd be like, oh well, I don't this or I don't want that or I don't want this, and I'm like, you get up and go to work at this time every day. And then you go home and you go do this at this time every day. The gym has to be in there the same. Somebody pays you to go somewhere at a certain time, and you're on that. So why can't you pay yourself to be like, I need to be at the
Daily
gym
deposit.
at this time, at this day, and get this in, because it's the same thing. You're rewarding you need to take care of you at some point. It's like you have to figure out how to. I go to work at 9 o'clock. I gotta be at the gym at 5. All right, you taking a nap 4:47? I gotta get up. The same motivation you have to get up and go get that paycheck is the same motivation you need to have to get up and clock into the gym. It's an hour and a half out of 24 hours.
And
I tell my friends,
that
be an hour and a half.
You can shut it down to
Yeah.
Right, you
15
got
to 30 minutes. Like
Exactly.
really, like just give yourself some time so that way you can actually be better. Like consistency, like Rocky said, that's the biggest thing, because it's like if you can just pick yourself up to do it, like push past stuff, then you're gonna see results over time. You're gonna feel better. Like when I took breaks because of what I was going through emotionally or on a different level, it was just more so like I didn't even feel like myself not going to the gym. So I'm like, I gotta get back, because shoot, I'm feeling like, no, heck no, what are you doing? Like, so it's just like, it shouldn't even have to take for a doctor to tell you that you about to die because you got high, cholesterol or diabetes and stuff. Like, that's where self-care and self-love come in. And like, as motivators and as coaches, like, we want to see people do it before they feel like it's too late. But a lot of people gravitate to what they feel like only the doctor is saying. So it's like, oh, well, they saying, I'm good, or I got to do it this way. No, it shouldn't take for them to say that you got diabetes type 2 in order for you to really want to change your diet and stuff. It should be the way that you feel and the way that you making choices to be able to just be better yourself as a lifestyle.
Yeah, but even to add to that, like you tell someone they're dying today and they still don't change. So I always say, and this is what I always say, me being mean or not, you gotta want it bad enough.
That's true.
And anytime they were like, I'm not where I need to be, whether it's workout or like whether it's like having your own business, like it took me 3 to 4 years before I started selling like my product. I got the product, I looked at it, I was like, it wasn't the same. I was like shy to like put it out there because of like, it's a waist trainer, by the way, because people will like say stuff about it, how it won't make your, it will destroy you, whatever it is. But what I'm saying is, they hear that they're dying today, and they still do the same thing. But what I can say to those, people out there is that you gotta want it bad enough. You don't. I will never. If I hear I have diabetes, I want to be there for my kids. I want to die because like it's my calling. I don't want to die because I heard I'm sick and I'm sitting back. And the doctor told me, he gave me all the tips that I need to do. My trainer gave me all the tips. Like she's won shows. She gave you all of the tips and you still didn't take it because you just don't want to survive. And that's how I look at it.
Yeah. And it don't even take it don't take a massive session. All it takes is a little bit of time. Even if you're gonna stretch this day, run this day, lift this day, take a break, just know those 3 to 4 days out of a week that you training your body and you training your mind, it's important, it's imperative to your growth and your health.
And one thing people always ask me, and I get this a lot, I'm sorry. I get this a lot. One thing they ask me, they say, how many years, like, how did it take you to, like, look like this? They always ask that question. And I'm like, it took 3 years. Don't worry about it. It could take someone 4 months. It all depends on the body fat percentage, like, what you're doing. They be like, how, I want 6 weeks.
And then guess what? If you're consistent, you don't even got to worry about it.
You ain't got to worry.
You have one season. That seems like everybody has that season where you just like, it just happens for you through retraining and programming your body, And, just to add on to one thing that y'all said, and for my listeners out there, one huge thing I think that a lot of people don't know, if you can't make it to the gym, or at least on the floor, make it to the sauna.
I was about to say that's what I was on top. Like, it doesn't have to be the gym. Like, the gym, yes, there is that camaraderie there. You know what I mean? You have like-minded, we all, everybody's at the gym.
Yeah.
But not everybody likes the gym.
Yeah.
You might want to go for a run. You might want to go play tennis. The point is, use your body, physical activity. Be active, get that heart rate up. And use your body. So.
It's huge, especially with COVID, because even for me, I've gained about 25, 30 pounds, and that's because the leader of my little fitness crew during COVID, he invested in his own gym, which I'm probably welcome to go to, but we live 40 minutes away, right? So here I am at that precipice of how bad do you want it, right? Do you want to be at a certain level, or are you going to let yourself off the hook? But one thing I wanted to mention before we go back to it was saunas. If a lot of people don't realize, hitting a sauna 2 times a week reduces the chance of you having a cardiovascular event in your life by 50%. And going 3 to 4 times a week actually reduces your chance of having a cardiovascular event by 70 to 80%. And that's huge. So if you can't make it to the floor of the gym, if you don't feel like doing a workout, at least you could do is hydrate and go ahead and sit in that sauna for 10 to 20 minutes because it's going to give you a little longer life. When y'all working out, ain't the time to shoot your shot, is it?
Don't even come talk to me, though.
So don't shoot your shot in the gym.
If it ain't just a head nod of how you doing, keep going.
And I will say, though, there are a couple times, there are, like, they keep it, they be like, damn, y'all getting it in, and they keep it pushing. Because I feel like you respect what you see, and you just keep it pushing, but...
Or keep up
8 times out of 10, it's
too much.
It's too much. It's more.
But I'm gonna teach y'all something, fellas. This is how you do it. You plant that seed in the gym, and then you water the seed at the bar by God, right? You'll see it. You're just gonna look there, and then you're gonna be like, damn, that's Rocky from the gym. Yeah. I'm gonna go buy the first round here. I'll go. And that's how you do it, fellas. So the gym ain't the spot.
See, I also think it depends on the person. Though,
it depends, yeah.
Or does it depend on how you look, right? If you not,
it definitely depends on how you look. Because when I'm in the gym, like, okay, so I go work out with Rashana, and she got on this sports bra with this booty thanging in the back, and I'm like, huge shirt, pants all the way down here, socks all the way up here, tennis shoes, hat on. So it's like, we look 2 totally different ways. Now, if I was a dude and that thing is thanging like that, I might have to say something.
No, we got X-ray vision.
It don't matter.
Guys do not try to talk to me in the gym.
We have X-ray vision. We can see. We can see.
I wouldn't even necessarily say they be trying to talk. Like, it ain't like they be like, "What's your number?" But
when they all teeth.
They looking at you.
They all teeth.
We know.
They be looking. You all of a sudden doing shoulder presses too over here. Like,
so
you needed this machine.
Well, you watching? Though, it take 2 to tangle now.
Well, I'm taking. So I told you, I'm in the gym. That is my meet.
All right, the DMs are closed on this pod, fellas. So I'm gonna let y'all know.
So
let the DMs
go.
No, The DMs are closed.
Especially for this one. But what I can say though, for some of the men, in order to know if, and I can say for me, like, okay, if there's a 10-second rule. If I look at you for 10 seconds, just look at you nice, then yeah, I want you to maybe come and talk to me. Like, you know, like that stare, like, you know, especially if you don't know the person. If I look at you, I'm making so if no ladies,
you're over here. You're coming.
And we
10 and 2.
see good. We see good looking.
yeah. So if none of these girls looking at you or making eye contact at least 5 times in the gym, they are not, and they don't want you coming over. Okay, if they're not, if you not
television in the gym. I only see the weights.
Exactly. I don't see the shakers. I see the weights.
exactly.
I sit away in this booty.
Come and ask me like, do you train or are you a trainer now? I might entertain that question.
Yeah, that's
It's
different.
like, yeah, but
That's
it's
why
just
also
like,
moved.
And, you know, as a man, I always suggest, you know, female barbers and female trainers. I've always pursued those myself. I had one male trainer. I think I got the best results out of him, to be honest. But it was a dog fight for a year and a half. I ate keto for a year and a half. But I think as a man, it's huge to have a female trainer because who else is going to sculpt you to look like that? It's like almost a haircut. I generally go to female barbers because I feel like they take that extra love in how you look. So let me ask you, if there's a guy who wants to be trained by you, should they be intimidated on approaching you and ask to be trained by you?
No, just come with business. Let's talk business.
serious about what you're talking
Talk
about.
business.
Please
Like,
don't let it
it
mix.
shouldn't
Like,
get into
no.
any other. It shouldn't go any body
Like,
right
just
business.
speak
Because we're
about
talking about
training.
how many
Yes.
sessions you want, and here's the link to
Like-
pay. Like,
And-
None of that extra stuff.
And we are beautiful ladies. So you can I
Thanks.
know you can have ladies that are like guys that are crushing on you, but just know our background. Just know like, hey, yeah, she isn't in a relationship. So you want to be trained by me? Let me
Or
just train you.
Respect my title.
Respect my
Like,
title.
You know, like I'm a trainer, and
Yeah.
if you coming to get trained and you gotta go, then come at me like what you want to get
So
trained
this is my
for, you know?
business, and I take my
Sometimes
business
serious,
serious.
and
And that's
somebody else
sometimes
don't
that's
take
it.
my
My
business
name.
serious.
Say if you're looking to train with anybody, whether it's one of our Show Me KC Cuties or anybody else, just be coachable.
Yes,
Be
please don't come
able
in there
to
like
be
you.
coachable, be able to listen, be able to receive, you know, just be coachable. Don't come in there thinking you about to tell us what to do.
But
Yes.
Because I'm
You're
in
in
the
the
box,
box,
so you
you
got
gotta
to
listen
listen
for
for
words.
Now,
Ever.
granted, we'll take into consideration if there's any health issues or able body issues or whatever when it comes to stuff. But you ain't about to tell us what you gonna do and not what you ain't gonna do.
And what you used to
So
do.
just be coachable. Just be a
And my
coachable
past
person.
trainer did this, and
Yeah.
You know, that's huge too, you know. Being coachable, that's a standard of life. That's just a life lesson, period. Ladies, I am so glad that we got this done. Y'all, this is part 1. If y'all didn't know, we have a few cuties that didn't make it here today. And we're going to set up a part 2 soon with the whole panel and getting it going. You know, this has been great. This is Eating Elephants here signing off. Peace.